This is called off the top, off the bottom. Now, starting off with 3 divided by 3. 3 apples divided by 3 people. It's 1 apple each. So the next one is, building up slowly, 8 divided by something equals 1. If you've got 8 apples, you need 8 people if they're going to have 1 each. 8 divided by 8 equals 1. Okay, well, there we go. And now we're doing some algebra. X divided by x equals 1. X is a mystery number. Divide by the same number. Any number, divide by the same number. A number divided by itself equals 1. Well, that's ticked. Good. And the next one, something divided by 4 equals 1. That's definitely 4 again. 4 bananas divided between 4 people, writing upside down, equals 1. Good. And y divided by something equals 1. Hold on, can you see that? Y divided by something equals 1. Y divided by y equals 1. Okay, going down to the next line, putting this across, and here we go. Right, now that was dividing. Now what we're actually getting into is algebraic fractions. Let's do the normal fractions first. 7 divided by 7 is 1. That's just a different way of showing divide. That's 7 divided by 7. 7 sevenths is a whole 1. If you've got 7 sevenths, you've got a whole pizza. Next one, 4 divided by 4 is 1. Keeping it slowly getting more difficult. X divided by x is 1. A number divided by itself is 1. It works for all numbers, so it works for all mystery letters when they divide by themselves. 4 divided by itself is 1. 7 divided by itself is 1. This mystery number, called x, divided by itself is also 1. Good. Now, next one. A divided by something equals 1. A divided by A equals 1. Okay, who we got next? Oh, next, going one stage further. 3y divided by y equals 3. So this is divide by itself. So if y was 5, 3 times 5 is 15, divide by 5 equals 3. If y is 2, 3 times 2 divided by 2, 6 divided by 2 equals 3. It works no matter what number you say y is. If you divide it by the same number, those two become 1, and then 3 times 1 equals, well, 3. Okay, and the last one on the end. Can I get it to show you? Squeeze across. Okay, hold on, moving. There we go. 8x divided by x equals, well, the x's, they cancel out to give you 1. X divided by x is 1. 8 times 1 is 8. So this is called cancelling. A lot of the time teachers do it like that, showing the 2 disappear, but it's because they equal 1. X divided by x is 1. Moving myself back. I'm going to get this camera sorted out a bit more. And next video, I promise. Next one over and going down, putting that across so we look at only one at a time. Here we go. Oh, much more complicated. Now it looks complicated, but it's the same principle, because here we've got x plus 3 divided by x plus 3. So a mystery number, 3 more than the mystery number, divide by the same thing. So that and that equal 1. 5 times 1 equals 5. Cool. Here we go. Now, in order to get 7 at the end, this x plus 1 cancels. It must be divided by x plus 1. X plus 1. Because this number divided by the same number, they cancel off the top, off the bottom, giving you the 7. 7 times 1 is 7. Here we go. Next one. Okay, so again, we've got 3 times something, divide by 2x minus 1 equals 3. This must be equally 2x minus 1. So that they can cancel. 2x minus 1. Do you see? Off the top, off the bottom. The 2x minus 1 cancels with the 2x minus 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, shoveling down, next layer down. Dum, 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 dum. Have I put that in the right place? Oh, okay. This is called simplifying and also called cancelling. 3 times, well, A could be 7. 3 times 7 is 21. Divide by 7 is 3 again. 3 times 2 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3 again. It works for every number, so it works for every letter as well. 4 times x divided by x. Well, the x is cancel. X divided by x is 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. Keep them going, keep them going, keep them going. One stage more difficult. A squared is a times a. Any number squared is times itself. And now we've got a times a divided by a. So a could be 5. It works for any number, but 5 is one of my favourites. 5 times 5 is 25, divide by 5. 25, divide by 5 is 5. 2 times 2 is 4, divide by 2. 4, divide by 2 is 2. Works for all numbers. And again, lots of teachers go, whoops, and whoops. Those two cancel, because a divided by a is 1. And we have this a times by the 1 formed by those two equals a. Cool. Oh yeah, one more. X squared divided by x is x. For the same reason it works for a squared over a equals a, x squared divided by x is x. Lots of x's involved. But then that's algebra for you. Lots of x's involved. Hold on, next layer down. Whoa, concentrate on this one. Y squared divided by y is y. Tick. Next one, more complicated. N cubed divided by n squared. Well, n cubed, getting it right, n cubed is n times n times n. There it is. N squared is n times n. There it is. Now, n times n over n times n. This one will cancel with that. N divided by n is 1. This one will cancel with that. N divided by n is 1. We've got n times 1 times 1. N times 1 times 1. Any number times by 1 gives you the same number back. 3 times 1 is 3. 17 times 1 is 17. It's the 1 times table. And then you times it by 1 again. So 5 times 1 times 1. 5 times 1 is 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Times 1 again is still 5. It works for all numbers, so it works for all letters. You can pick any number you like. I prefer to use 2s and 5s and 3s because they're easier. And alright, next level down. Here we go. Squeezing that across. Making sure we got the first one first. Now, 3p squared over p cubed. P squared over p squared times p. P cubed is p squared times p. So the p squareds will cancel, leaving you just 3 over p. There are more p's on the bottom than there are on the top. That's why you end up with more p's on the bottom at the end. P squared cancels with p squared, leaving you a p on the bottom. P on the bottom. And here we've got 4u to the power 4 divided by u to the power 5. Now again, 4u will cancel with 4u, leaving you 1u on the bottom. So that's a 4. Good. Oh, tick. Always good to tick things. I like ticking things. 7u to 5 divided by u to 6. again, we've got one more U on the bottom than we have on the top. So we've got, after the algebra, one more U on the bottom and no U's on the top. Just one. That's all that's left over after all that cancelling. There we go. 3x squared divided by x cubed. Now we've got the x in the answer already because there is one more x on the bottom than there is on the top. And that's going to be the 3. Cool. Moving down, moving down, moving down. Putting my marker across. Whee! Yep. Here we go. Now we've got 2 more x's on the bottom, all times. X to the power of 5 is x times x times x times x times x. 5 x's times together. 5 x's times together. X times x times x times x times x. And on the top is x times x times x. So there are 2 more x's timesing on the bottom than there are timesing on the top. That's why there are 2 more in the answer as well. So this one here, 4n squared over n to the power 4. So that's n times n divided by n times n times n times n. Good. So 2 of the n's timesing will cancel with 2 of the n's from the bottom. 2 n's off the top, 2 n's off the bottom. Oh, here we go. 4n times n. That one will cancel with that one, and that one will cancel with that one. Actually, any of the n's will cancel with any of them. I just use the ones on the end. On the end. Okay, so now we've got 4 times 1 times 1 on the top, leaving 4. And mystery number n times 1 times 1, n squared. We started off with 2 more n's timesing together on the bottom than they were on the top, and we finished when we've simplified. There's 2 more n's timesing together on the bottom than there are on the top. Just the 4 left on the top when you fully simplified it. Oh, here we are, getting that p involved. Here we've got 2 more p's on the bottom than there are on the top. So in the answer there's going to be 2 more p's, that was close, on the bottom than there are on the top. Just the 7 left on the top. Good. Next line down. Slowly getting more complicated, building you up. These are my worksheets. I love to use them on YouTube. Here, oh, we've got 4 divided by 2. 4 apples, divide between 2 people. Yeah, 2 each. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Yeah, 4 divided by 2. We've got 1 more u on the top than we have on the bottom, all multiplied together. That's just going to be a u then. Now, lots of teachers will say, oh, all you have to do is 4 take away 3 gives you 1. All you have to do up here is 3 take away 5 gives you -2. Yeah, that also works, but I like my students to see why you do this, taking away the top number, take away the bottom number, giving you here -2. Up here, the top number, take away the minus number, gives you +1. That's why there's an n on the top. Oh, that's kind of just the way of explaining that doesn't really help to say why. I like my students to know why. Here, x times x times x, divide by x. One of the x's will cancel one of the x's on the bottom. There's only one. This could be written as x to the power 1. That means the same, but we leave the 1 out just to use less ink, because it's simpler, because everybody knows, well, they do when they're told. Before they're told, they don't know that x to the power of 1 just equals x. Now let's have a look. 5 divided by 10. That's going to be a half. And the way we show that, 5 apples divided by 10 apples, 10 people. 5 apples, 10 people. That's a half each. So we put the 2 on the bottom. Now we could put a 1 here. But again, we leave out the ones to keep life more simple. Let's write that down. Equals x squared over 2. Now, your teacher might give you this as a, yeah, okay, this is correct, but it's really like spelling a word wrong in English. Nobody writes it with the 1 there. They just put x squared over 2. This is definitely the best answer. I don't say this is a little tick. This is a big tick. Much better. That's the one that gives you the big marks. Here, 6 divided by 3 is, well, yep, 2. Oh, pen! 2. Now, y times y times y times y times y. 5 y's timesing together on the top. 1 y on the top, bottom. One of these y's will cancel with that y, leaving you 4. 5 take away 1 is 4. Okay. Oh, here we go. And this one's already done. 10 divided by 2, half of 10 is 5. X times x times x times x times x. Divide by x squared. 2 off the top, 2 off the bottom, leaving just 4 on the top. We don't write the 1 on the bottom. We could write that as divide by 1, but nobody writes it like that. They just write 5x to the power 4. That's the way to do it. Oh, yeah, you lost that. I did that. You didn't see it. There it is. Good. Moving down a level. Remember what comes next. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, you do have to write the 1 when there's nothing else there. We wouldn't just leave this blank on the top. So, 3 divided by 9 is a third. X squared divided by x cubed. There's 1 more x on the bottom than there is on the top. 1 over 3x. Good. Moving along. 2 divided by 10. They're both in the 2 times table. 1/5. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 2 divided by 10 is a fifth. There's 6 x's on the bottom, 2 on the top. 2 take away 6 is minus 4. If you've got minus 4, so we could write this as 1/5 x to the minus 4. That also is true. That's true, and that's true. I just prefer it written like this. Oh, there's a dot there. Why is there a dot there? Okay. Right, let's do this one. 5 and 10 are both in the 5 times table. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So 5 divided by 10, 1/2. And let's just put the 2 on the bottom. I'll put the 1 there just to start with. Times by... Oh, no. No. I'm going to need it. 3 take away 5 is minus 2. There's 2 more x's on the bottom than there are on the top in the question. So that's what you get in the answer. Now, if ever you change something, always write it out nice and neat. That way, the person marking it knows that you've got it right. Just squidging out something halfway through some algebra, he's not going to know what that was meant to mean. That's better. Always try and keep it neat. One of the reasons why girls tend to overtake boys... Oh, this is called cancelling. Cancelling is how to spell cancelling. Cancelling. Oh, cell, just like biology. Okay, 8 divided by 8. These are the ones to in my worksheets. Find out if you're listening. 8 divided by 8 is 1. N divided by n is 1. Because those two are the same number. A number divided by itself is 1. Just like 90 divided by 90 is also 1. 90 90ths. Y divided by y is 1. Good. Moving on down. X divided by x is 1. 5a divided by a. Now the a's cancel. A divided by a is 1, so that's 5 times 1 equals... Yeah, 5. Oh, my equals has gone a bit weird. Okay, and here we've got 5 divided by 5 times by a. 5 divided by 5 is 1 times by a. 1 times any number gives you the number back. It's how the 1 times table works. Okay, going over, squeezing over. X squared divided by x is, well, there's 2x on the top, 1 on the bottom, x. 1 more x on the top than there is on the bottom. You end up with just x. Moving down, more complicated ones. Moving that across. Okay. 2x cubed divided by x squared. There's 1 more x on the top than there is on the bottom. And there's a 2 on the top as well. 2 times x. Cool. But we don't leave it as 2 times x. We just write down 2x. Good. Try and keep it neat. Next one. 4 divided by 1. Now lots of people will go, oh look, there's nothing on the bottom. No, this really is 1 times x to the 4. That's a way to make sense of it. You've got 4 divided by 1 is 4. And x cubed divided by x to the power 4. This little 4 means 4x times x times x times x. This is not x times 4. This is x times itself 4 times. X times x times x times x. So there's 1 more x on the bottom than there is on the top in the question. So there's 1 more x on the bottom than there is on the top in the answer. Next one, moving everything across. 9 divided by 3. So you do the numbers and then you do the letters. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 9 oranges divided by 3 people, you get 3 each. Now there's 1 more x on the top, x times x, than there is on the bottom. So the answer has got 1 more on the top than there is on the bottom. This is all called cancelling, it's called simplifying, it's all part of algebra. Okay, next one along, can you see that? No, squeeze it in. Now, 2 divided by 4. Lots of people say, oh, you can't do 2 divided by 4. Yes, can. It's a half. 2 oranges divided between 4 people. They got half each. 1/2. That's what you get from the numbers. Now, with the letters, you've got x times x divided by x times x times x. There's 1 more x on the bottom. There's going to end up 1 more x on the bottom as well. There we go. That's your answer. Tick! Any more? Oh no, that's the end. These are my worksheets. That's page 26. Excellent. If you like my videos, press like. If you double like my videos, press describe. It's got describe down there. It says on YouTube. And if you want me to help you out and you live in Hong Kong, particularly if you live in mid-levels, most of my work's in mid-levels, I'm quite an exclusive teacher, so that means I'm quite expensive, because I've been teaching and tutoring in Hong Kong since 1997. I've worked at West Island School in the English Schools Foundation. From 2000 till now, I've worked at the Australian International School. That's my drawing. I've been in Hong Kong since 1994. My name's Gary Stevens. Good luck, Gary. That's my qualifications and stuff to be in school. I'm a mathematics and science teacher and also at home tutor in the evenings and the weekends. I teach and tutor primary, GCSE and IB, the maths, the physics, the sciences. Oh, only the physics do I do to higher IB. And there's my Gmail. goodluckgary@gmail.com. And my Facebook Enlighten Education Limited. That's my company Facebook. Get in touch if you need any help. Send me a message in the comments if you need me to do particular ones that are causing you trouble. Bye!